My name is Uday Malla. I'm from Department of Commerce. Today I'll be talking about the control function of management. Every organization operates in an environment of uncertainty. The objective of every organization is to survive, and to survive, it has to earn profit, and the quantum of profit, to a certain extent, depends on the optimum utilization of resources. In order to survive or to earn profit or to achieve any objectives or goals, every organization has to plan. The control function is to see whether the functioning of the organization is in accordance with the desired plan or not, and to see where the fault lies and how the same can be corrected. Managerial control has two implications, namely motivational and corrective. The first aspect is related to leadership function of management. It is the duty of leadership to see that performance is in tune with predetermined plan. No deviation from the planned course of action is to occur without sufficient reasons. The manager at various levels must be motivated in such a way so that the performance is in the desired direction. So the leadership function involves control and may take several forms based on the requirement of the situation. So the process of influencing the behavior of other people in a desired manner itself is a control process. Further, control process steps should be taken to correct deviation whenever possible. There should be integration of motivational and corrective controls on the basis of prompt and proper feedback of information. Let us see the definitions of control or controlling. According to Z.R. Terry, controlling is determining what is being accomplished, that is, evaluating the performance, and if necessary, applying correct measures so that the performance takes place according to plans. In his views, controlling enables the organization in proper implementation of plans. If the plans are not progressing at a proper pace, then necessary measures are taken to set the things right. Thus, control is a channel through which plans may be properly implemented. According to Fayol, in an undertaking, control consists in verifying whether everything occurs in conformity with the plan adopted, the instruction issued, and principles established. According to E.F.L. Breach, control is the process of checking actual performance against the agreed standards or plans with a view to ensure adequate progress and satisfactory performance. He is of the opinion that control involves two important aspects. Number one, it consists of those activities which are necessary to ensure that performance takes place in accordance with the targets set by the management. And number two, it also involves taking corrective actions if the performance is not satisfactory. So on the basis of the above discussions, above definitions, we can conclude that control function of management involves the following. Number one, setting of standards. Number two, evaluation or measurement of actual performance. Number 3, comparison of actual performance with the standard performance. Number 4, focusing on deviations. And number 5, taking corrective actions. On the basis of the above discussion, thus it is evident that the control has the following characteristics or features. Number 1, it is a pervasive function. That is, it is a function of every manager who is performing other managerial function. It is in fact a follow-up action of other functions of management. This is performed by managers of all the levels, that is upper, middle and lower level management. Another feature, forward looking. Control is always forward looking, as it is always linked with the future. Manager cannot control the past. Measures can be devised to control future activities. Thus, control is usually preventive in nature, as it minimizes wastages and deviations from standards. Another important feature of control is that it is a continuous process. The manager is to watch continuously the performance and to see that it is going towards the desired end. And if not, actions are taken to correct them. It is not an end process. It does not stop anywhere. Every manager has to perform this function continuously along with the other functions of management. Fourth feature, action oriented. Action is the essence of control. The objective of control is achieved only when corrective action is taken on the basis of the feedback information. Control is aimless if timely corrective action is not taken. It is this corrective action that adjusts the performance to predetermined standards. A good control system facilitates timely action so that there is minimum wastage of time and energy. Another important feature of control is that it is linked with other functions of management. Control is connected with the other functions of management. Planning provides the framework for evaluation of performance. They are interlinked. Organizing deals with creating a design for the structure, and control is to monitor and evaluate the performance of the structure. In case performance is affected by faulty organizational design, suitable corrective action is to be taken. Staffing deals with recruitment to retirement, and each employee is assigned a specific job in an organization. The manager is to rate the performance of employees and to coach them to improve their performance potential whenever it is needed. In directing, the manager is to lead, communicate, and motivate employees to perform in accordance with the objectives. By control function of management, the managerial performance is put to test, and it is to be improved or changed based on standards required. So control is linked with all the other functions of management. Let us also discuss the steps involved in control process. There are 4 steps in the control process. Number 1, establishment of standards. Number 2, measurement of actual performance. Number 3, comparing actual performance with standard performance. And number 4, taking corrective action. Let us see all these steps. Number 1, setting standards. The objective of setting standard is to evaluate the performance. To establish standards, it is necessary to identify clearly and precisely the result which are desired. Otherwise, the purpose of control may be defeated. The standards may be quantitative or qualitative ones. Quantitative standards are set in physical or monetary terms like volume of production, man-hour, cost, revenue, investment, etc. Qualitative standards are to be set for those areas where standards cannot be set in terms of quantitative standards. Example, goodwill, motivation, etc. Number 2, step, evaluation of performance. Here, in this particular step, actual performance is measured. The third step, that is comparing actual and standard performance. Under this step, the actual performance as measured above is compared with the standards. The last step, that is taking corrective actions. Under this step, action is taken to correct deviation so that they may not occur again. The corrective action may take the following forms: revision of standards if they seem to be unattainable, change in the assignment of tasks, steering of personnel, etc. Thank you. I have followed the book by Sharma and Gupta and Partha Sarathi for this lecture.